Hello. Shu, Gray, Kimono, hello. Thank you for the lurks. How's the audio? Can you guys hear? Hello. What do you think? Game audio higher? Lower? Sounds good? Okay. My voice might be a little yucky today because I'm suffering from allergies, so please excuse me if I suddenly start, hacking up a lung. Alright. End of chapter 2. Is that where we are? I thought we were further than that. Who brought KFC to the house today? Or sprinkles? I hope no one. No, these are pollen allergies, I think. Oh, really? Your parents came home, huh? They smelled like energy drinks, and their eyes were all bloodshot. They said they had a crazy amount of stuff to do, and were up 2 whole nights in a row. Adults have it tough.
Your dad is an artist, right? They really do have it rough. Come to think of it, he wasn't he? I would very much like to see what kind of things he draws sometime.
An artist, huh? I'd seen a number of watercolor and acrylic paintings on display, but he had to have been doing some other job too. Just what did Dad do exactly? He didn't let anyone into his workshop after all. I wanted to sneak a peek one day. So the house was empty for 2 days after all that? That didn't leave much time. So, Keiichi, did you manage to go after the character who was in your heart? The absence of parents is a must-have for eroge protagonists.
He built up a lot of relationship points and raised all the right flags.
I have no idea what any of you were talking about.
That means you don't need to cook for yourself anymore, Keiichi-kun. What did you make last night?
Ugh, Rena's voice is gonna be the end of me. In the end, I didn't make a single thing myself. Last night's dinner, well, it was vegetable stir-fry. Wow, Keiichi, you can make a little bit of real cooking now, huh?
You made vegetable stir-fry. Did it come out good? Did it? Rena-san, you're being unpleasant. Why are you clinging to me? A delicious meal and friendly dishwashing together. Oh, how nice, how nice! Hey, I said you're being unpleasant.
Huh? What are you talking about? Mion, utterly confused, asked me for clarification. But I just barely, albeit transparently, averted my eyes. Right. Does anyone have plans for this afternoon? You don't, do you? Do you? Today was Saturday, the beautiful day on which we're liberated from the confines of school in the afternoon. Actually, the school in Hinamizawa had slightly different Saturdays than those in the city. There were a lot of students here who brought a bento, ate it at lunch, and then went to play in the school or around the schoolyard. You could say that the entire school turned into a children's playground. There were mountains behind the school, and if you went down that way, you'd find mountain streams. You could avoid the strong sunlight and make conversation in the classroom if you wanted to. You could also play hide and seek in the construction pipes. Of course, you were free to go home as well. There were some kids who went home and helped water the fields or tended to stores. If Mion was bringing up the afternoon like this, then it must have been for some crazy big club event. However, sadly, I had something I needed to do before taking part in whatever it was.
You have work? That's unlucky. I wonder what kind of work it is. Maybe helping his father with his artwork job. Or being a model for his father's art? A model? A nude one? Oh.
Okay, Rena. I looked into Rena's eyes and saw myself completely naked in a questionable pose with a single rose in my mouth. No, I wouldn't do that for 1,000,000 yen. To get rid of Rena's delusions, I grabbed her head and swung it from side to side.
Oh, stop.
Sorry. Yes, because being covered in charcoal trying to draw someone's elbow right is how worthy. True, she has no idea. The struggle is real. Figure drawing? No. Leaving your fanciful delusions aside, I have something to do real quick during lunch. I'm okay to meet up with you after I'm done, though. Work during lunch? I see. That sounds kind of cool, actually. What could it be? Are you having a banquet with VIP experts? Like a business lunch? Ugh. This is truly sad, but you're right.
What?
Everyone shouts wildly, surprised. If it's a VIP lunch, why is Keiichi invited? Just saying. It was true. Today, I'd be on the job with my family. For my dad's job, he was having about 10 people from the publishing agency over for a house party. He called people from work for a party the day after having stayed up 2 nights in a row. I'm amazed at their vitality. Adults have it pretty rough. Of course, it would be incredibly uncomfortable for me. It would be really tiring to have to force myself to smile at some old dudes I didn't know. But they were my dad's important business connections, so offending them would be bad. Well, with all that said, it was going to get very uncomfortable for me today, starting at lunch. Well, what an intelligent child. This is my son, Keiichi. Keiichi, this is Honda-san. He's a publisher. And this person here is Inoue-san, who works as a printer. Say your hellos. Hello. My name is Keiichi. I appreciate all you've done for my father. Keiichi-kun, do you draw pictures like your father does? I would very much like to see them. My dad had such a brazen occupation, that of an artist. Although, I don't really know what kinds of things he creates. I don't really care, and don't want to see anyway. Dad's so tight-fisted about it, so he doesn't show them to me very often anyway. I'm not a kid anymore, so I wouldn't care at all if they were pictures of naked ladies or anything. Did my stream freeze? Or is it just buffering on my phone? Okay, I think we're good. If you study under your father as an apprentice, you'd be able to become a great artist like him too. Excuse me, this is just between you and me, but my dad, is he really that great of an artist? Ouch! I readied myself and whispered my question. It might have seemed odd for his son to be asking this, but when I did, he gave me this really strange grin and tightly clamped down onto my shoulders. Yes! He is truly a fantastic artist. Is that so? I'm glad to hear it. There are no purchase restrictions. He does fan service, and he always answers the letters he gets. He has an inquisitive mind, always on the prowl for what the world needs. That sounds awfully sus. Taking off your socks? Absolutely not. And that goes for glasses and school uniforms, too. Mayabara-sensei understands these things perfectly. Every event sees him along the wall with a huge lineup. I'm sorry, but his pictures, they're not ones you hang on the wall? Not at all. In the beginning, everyone starts in the islands. And then to their corners. And finally, climbing up to the corners of the larger paths. The final destination is the famous wall. You too, please, become a great artist who could display his works in unison with Mayabara-sensei. I'll cheer you on. It's fine to have a lot of passion for the things you like, but I didn't get it. But it seemed that the world of art ran pretty deep. It was probably a much deeper world than I could have imagined. I decided to leave it at that. Then, I realized my mom was calling me from the other side of the room. Keiichi, it's the phone. It's a friend of yours. A lucky break. Maybe I could get out of this uncomfortable business party by using a friend's phone call as an excuse. I scampered over to the front door and snatched up the receiver my mom had left there. Hello, it's me.
Hello, me. That's not how you answer the phone, Keiichi-san. I implore you, learn how to choose your words more properly.
I was of the opinion that the person speaking to me had a far stranger way of talking. Oh, it's Satoko. It's unusual for you to call my house.
This isn't the time for pleasantries. Keiichi-san, when are you going to be able to come?
Sorry. It looks like this is going a bit long. I can't get them to let me go. I want to do things with the club now, but...
That's not it, Keiichi-san. It wasn't about the club today. It's a real battle.
Satoko's voice was different from normal. I could feel the urgency in it drifting through the phone. A real battle? That doesn't sound good. What's the situation?
I will explain the particulars when we meet. Anyway, this is a terrible crisis. At this rate, we're going to lose.
What on earth was going on? Could it have been a fight? I didn't know who they were, but laying a hand on someone from Hinamizawa was an absolutely terrible idea. Right, got it. I'll come and reinforce you right away. Where are you at?
We're on the Okinomiya Elementary School campus. There are signs at the station, so you should be able to figure it out. Anyway, we're in a huge hurry.
The school campus. The situation could have a lot of people involved. Could it have turned into an all-out brawl? Who was the enemy here anyway? Oh, I'm on fire! Got it. I'll be there soon. Should I bring a weapon with me? Like a metal baseball bat or something? Ayo?
You have a metal bat? That would be fantastic. We will wait for you here.
The call cut off abruptly. I needed to hurry. Oh, Keiichi. I was looking for you. Deguchi-san here was hoping that for his next dojinshi, Keiichi dies already lovely. True. Now's not the time. Don't we have a bat? A metal bat? If not, then anything long will do. If anything long will do, then my golf clubs are in the storage room. It didn't have the same kind of impact, but a golf club was a splendid weapon too. It was lighter than a baseball bat, and maybe easier for me to use. Thanks, I'm borrowing one. I really need to go see my friends for something. It's urgent. Sorry. Keiichi, wait a minute. I grabbed a golf club, jumped on my bike, and headed straight for town. Wait for me, Satoko. I'll be right there. Just hold out until then. I didn't actually know where Okinomiya Elementary was exactly, but Satoko's phone call seemed to demand urgency, so I rushed out without asking her about how to get there. But if I went to the station, there would be signs. At least, I feel like that's what she said. Then I heard the jingling of a bicycle bell from behind me.
Hello there.
Hey, Rika-chan.
Keiichi, you came quickly. You put the pedal to the metal.
Dang, this isn't the time to be out of breath. I need to hurry. Sorry, where's Okinomiya Elementary?
I'll show you the way. Come along with me.
Rika-chan rode off on her bike. I followed her. Satoko suddenly called me out here. But what on earth is going on anyway?
At first, we had the advantage. However, they called in a helper. It's bad manners.
A helper? What cowards! Calling for reinforcements the minute they realized they'd lose.
They're taking everyone out one by one. We can't put a dent in them.
Gulp. Sounds like they were pretty strong. Anyway, I'll ask about it later. Is it an eating contest? It kinda sounds like it, yeah. We don't have time, right? Please hurry.
Leave it to me.
With Rika-chan leading the way, we headed straight for the elementary school grounds. I asked Rika-chan something during that time. It seemed that all of the club members besides me were part of this fight. Dang. So what Mion was trying to tell everyone was that this could happen? If I had known that, I would have just ditched my family job. But it was too late for regrets. According to Rika-chan, we had a one-sided advantage at the start, but our angry foes had brought in a powerful ally. The club members put up a resistance and went against them one by one, but apparently they couldn't stand up to them. The combined efforts of the whole club couldn't win? Just what kind of monster is this guy?
He's amazing. This enemy is orthodox.
Orthodox? So they weren't using thuggish brawling tactics, but had actually studied karate or something? Is that what she meant?
Keiichi is our last ray of hope now.
Okinomiya Elementary came into view. I could hear many voices raising hell over there. Whoa! Mion! Rena! Satoko! I'll be there soon! I'll crush them all at once! There were a lot of bicycles left out in front of the school. I left mine there next to them in the same way. I could tell there were a lot of people flooding the campus. Were the two armies in the midst of a huge no-holds-barred brawl? I took my golf club in my hand. Whoosh! I swung it. I felt the sensation of it sticking firmly to my palm. Great! The feedback wasn't bad. I'm gonna go all out with this thing. I dashed at a breakneck speed to the school gates, swinging it around. Come with me, Rika-chan. I'll show you what the mighty, manly warrior Keiichi Maebara can really do.
Wow, Keiichi, you're so reliable. You're going to rampage with a golf club.
Rika-chan applauded me, though a little dryly, lauding my valiance. The manly Keiichi Maebara put it behind him and headed for the place where he may die. I love when he embarrasses himself. He's definitely doing that right now.
But, Keiichi, why did you bring a golf club today?
I had no choice. At first, I figured a baseball bat would have been good, but we didn't have one at my house. A golf club was far better than going barehanded, so I brought one.
How very excellent. I'll give you a pat on the head. I can't wait to see your golf club rampage.
Despite the emergency situation, Rika-chan reached up and stroked me on the head. I'm starting to think this is a baseball match because Satoko said that bringing a metal bat would be really good. Hey, this is no time for jokes. Huh? Crack! Just then, an extremely loud metallic sound rang out, and I heard many people cheering.
Left! Ah, we missed! Run! You could get to second base! Go! Center! Calm down! Send it to third!
The center fielder caught the ball, and after a brief pause, sent it flying to third base. If he had pitched it wildly, it might get there. He gave up on second and threw it to third with time to spare. The instructions from the bench, they were solid. Wait, what? I knew it.
Oh, Keiichi-kun is here! Satoko-chan! Satoko-chan! Keiichi-kun is here! You're late! Loafing around is only okay when you do it at the bread shop!
Who is this? This Mayabara-kun kid. Will he really be able to save us? We're up against that elite school's ace, left arm Kameda-kun. To be able to beat a Koshien class pitcher, he must be a god.
It's okay. I'm sure that Keiichi-kun can turn the tables. He's a really dependable person.
Murmur. What? He's the pinch hitter we brought in to take out left arm Kameda with his bullet fastball? The one who had one no-hit, no-run game after another during the regional qualifiers. The undefeated demon pitcher of Ooshima. Man's looks like Ronald McDonald. Low-key. The super high school level pitcher that had already been marked by professional scouts. He's going to win against him?
Some greenhorn pitcher like that is no match for Keiichi-san. He'll send his throws all the way to the back screen for an easy victory.
Murmur. There was a slugger like that in this prefecture? I had no idea. He must have gone under the radar. Hey! That scout stood up! Hey! Take a picture! His full name is Keiichi Mayabara. Look him up in the database and send his history to our office. Which one is Keiichi Mayabara? Pictures! A whole lot of sports journalists, led by Satoko, gripped their cameras tightly in search for the rumored Keiichi Mayabara. As for me, I was so dazed at what was happening that I was frozen in place with my golf club up in the air.
Keiichi-san, over here! Eh?
The camera people stared at me through their viewfinders, and just like I had, they turned to stone. In the hands of their gallant pinch hitter, Keiichi Mayabara was a golf club. Nobody could seem to understand why I was holding something like this. What a legend. Mans is gonna hit a home run with a golf club. And at this point, neither did I.
Cheep.
A cold, greasy sweat dripped from me. The first one to break the inordinately awkward silence was Rena.
Keiichi-kun?
Yeah?
May we ask you a question?
Please. Please don't. Psychic waves of my entreaty flowed out of my face along with my sweat. It somehow seemed to reach the two of them. The deathly quiet reporters all parted, as Moses once parted the sea. But Moses probably didn't go through the parted seas this quietly. If you are playing baseball, then tell me that from the start!
What? Did I not say that? I mean, I told you to come to the campus with a baseball bat. What else could you have thought it was? And what manner of thinking caused you to mistakenly bring a golf club here instead? I think Keiichi-kun must have done it on purpose to lighten our moods and get us pumped, I think.
Rena smiled bitterly and covered for me with all her might. Please believe her, everyone. I'm begging you.
Keiichi loves golf. Pet pet.
Rika-chan started petting my head, a broad grin on her face all the while. I pushed her hand away, grabbed her from behind by her suspenders, and picked her up like a kitten.
Meep.
Rika-chan! Why didn't you tell me it was a baseball game when we met at the station? I wouldn't have had to suffer such a disgrace!
Meepa.
Rika-chan's smile was like the sun, so incredibly innocent. She's glowing. When I saw Rika-chan's radiant smile, I couldn't help but feel like I could forgive anything she did. That just yeet her skirt? What? Also, why does Rika feel like a new character? Weird. Yeah, I feel like she's slowly changing. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're preparing for the Rika arc. We'll see. However, if Rika-chan thought I actually would, then she had another thing coming. Anyway, this is your punishment. Rena?
Me?
Rika-chan still plucked up in my hand. I offered her to Rena. That's right. The kittenified Rika-chan sent Rena's voltage into overcharge.
How? I'll take her! I'll take her! Rena will take her! How? So cute!
Hop! Spinny, spinny! Rena stuck out her tongue like a chameleon and preyed upon Rika-chan while spinning her around.
Rika-chan's so cute! Rika-chan's so cute! How? Meep meep!
Rena held her tight as a vice and began to get her fill of rubbing her cheek into Rika-chan's. Their cheeks rubbed together tightly. Rika-chan's face, it looked like it was being crushed by Rena's.
I do not know what has happened, but it looks like Rika has gotten her just desserts.
Why is it only Rika's fault? Satoko did not say anything about a baseball game. Like, yes, Keiichi probably should have gotten context from the baseball bat thing, but still. Yeah, I recently found out that Rika-chan isn't only cute.
Oh, I got Keiichi-kun's permission. I'm gonna take you home. Meep. Meep. Meep.
For the moment, I just gave her a 3-minute timeout. By the way, Satoko, that urgent call was for a baseball game?
Yes, that's correct. You said you had a house party with your family? I suppose I was wrong to ask, but at times of trouble like these, you obviously must prioritize friends over family.
I feel like that's what I was supposed to be saying, not you. Well, it was just a business party for my dad, I guess. I honestly felt glad to be called out here. So what's the crisis situation like? 6-7, which means our team is losing, huh? 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th? What the heck? This game is almost about to end.
We would have had a little more time if you'd gotten here sooner. Do you have any idea how difficult it was for us to hold out this long?
All right. I'm sorry. Okay, so what am I doing? Am I gonna be the pinch hitter? Just leave it to me. I may not look like it, but I went to the batting cages a lot before I moved here. My dad went there for fun, and I used to go with him pretty often. I'm pretty confident about just hitting the bat with the ball, but... Sounds like a skill issue for them, never rely on Keiichi. Yeah, I don't know what made them think that he was reliable. Vroom. A tremendous sound rang out, the likes of which I'd never heard before. The catcher's mitt trembled, sending up a light cloud of dust, telling me the tremendous sound had come from the ball. Hey now, wait a second. What's up with that crazy fastball anyway? Surprised? Yeah, that's a bona fide Koshien level pitcher. Don't you know about Left Arm Kameda-kun, the high school ace famous in sports magazines? Sorry, can't say I do. Wait, Mion? What happened to you? Mion showed up, and to my surprise, she was wrapped up in bandages. Just what on earth happened?
Well, you came late, so I guess we need to explain from the beginning.
Oh, Done with Rika-chan?
Yep. I had a lot of fun, and she's so cute. She's so soft and fluffy and squishy. How I could just eat her cheeks 3 meals a day. Beep, I can't get married anymore.
I wonder how Rika-chan's cheeks taste if you could eat them 3 times a day. These people are so weird. It almost flipped my own delusion switch, but I put a stop to it using logic. I was an adult. Okay, explain away. How did things get screwed up enough that a Koshien relief pitcher ended up in a baseball game for fun? Excuse me, what do you mean can't get married, Nani? I know. I don't want to know, honestly. And Keiichi, an adult, sir, he's delusional. He said it himself. He's delusional. Everyone exchanged glances. Then, Rena spoke for all of them.
At first...
Oh my gosh.
At first, well, it was just another normal baseball game.
It's nothing much. Just a little grudge match between the Hinamizawa Fighters and the Okinomiya Titans. We were just having a grand old time, really. Nothing much.
Well, in simpler terms, it was an intramural match. A match to settle the grudge between Hinamizawa and Okinomiya. We say grudge, but it's all pretty peaceful and friendly.
So why is our whole club a part of it? Some of you are wearing uniforms and some aren't. Last I checked, we weren't in the school baseball team.
That is, well, it was pretty irresponsible.
They happened to have some players who couldn't make it today. They were pretty down in the dumps, so we ended up getting involved post-haste. I see. So if there weren't enough members, anyone could come to the rescue, whether boy or girl, and no matter what grade they were in. That jumbled together feeling was the hallmark of our school. But Rika-chan told me we were crushing them at the beginning.
Mi's an amazing batter. She was hitting home runs left and right.
Mion proudly stuck out her chest. Doing so seemed to hurt her somehow, and she groaned pathetically.
Yes! Every time Mion-san went up to bat, she hit a home run and brought everyone on the bases in. Unlike Satoko, she can actually hit the ball.
Rika!
Me.
Alright, I think I got the gist of it. So you were having a pretty easy time until the Koshien pitcher showed up. That's right. It was all us at the beginning. Maybe we didn't get all that many points, but we were always getting people on the bases.
And Kameda-kun just happened to show up to watch the game today.
Apparently, Kameda attends a fairly well-known school in our prefecture that frequently sent people to Koshien. And this man, known as the ace of their baseball team, Kameda, seemed to be quite skilled. Now that I thought about it, it was certainly strange to see cameramen with journalist armbands here to watch a casual baseball game out in the sticks like this.
I heard that when Kameda was little, he was on the Okinomiya Titans.
You figured it out, right? His old team was losing, so that's why he jumped in as a relief pitcher and took the mound. Now it's just terrible. We can't even hit any foul balls, much less get anyone on base.
But still, a Koshien pitcher barging in, it's unfair. We're just playing for fun.
All the boys wearing the Hinamizawa Fighters uniform were hanging their heads in disappointment. I knew almost all their faces. Isn't everyone here a classmate? Oh, I see. We're the only school in Hinamizawa, after all. Okay, but I thought there weren't any guys Keiichi's age at the school. I'm confused. Oh, it's Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun. You were on the baseball team too?
Aibara-san.
His uniform was brand new and not very dirty, fresh off the presses. I could see handmade banners with their names written on them in the grandstands. I see. Their families came to root for them in their debut game today.
Okamura said he just got his bat today as a present from his dad.
The brand new bat sparkled. With that kind of present, a man just has to perform well.
He practiced swinging a whole lot just for today. Tomita-san, well, he went too far, and he tore the skin off his hand, see, unfortunately.
His torn hand looked like it hurt, but from that injury, you could sense his backbone. I get it, guys. You wanted to make your big moment a good one. Vroom. The savior of the Okinomiya Titans. We could hear the sounds of this Kameda-kun's tremendous fastball practice. This was no joke. He was definitely on a level far above high school kids. But at his level, he clearly shouldn't have been interrupting a grass lot game, grudge match though it may have been. He should have understood how much better he was too. This guy. Was he being serious against opponents like these?
Yep. Rena thinks it's immature.
Rena's eyes grew harsh. It took a lot to get Rena mad. As for Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun, they were sniffling, fighting back tears. We heard another tremendous noise from the mitt. I turned around, and this left-arm Kameda-kun guy was looking at us and grinning boldly. Anyway, that's how it is. Now that it's come to this, we have no choice. We have to engage in real battle. Yeah, looks like we have to get serious.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. Ugh.
Yep, and then we tried getting serious. But then Mi-chan went out with a bang.
Mion, embarrassed, scratched her head. Then a moment later, doubled over in pain. Went out with a bang. But how on earth did she end up getting injured like this?
It would take a really long time to explain. The one thing I could say is that she came up empty even though she pushed herself that hard.
I risked my life, and I couldn't even get 1 point.
Our secret plan did nothing, and now we're very sad.
I couldn't even imagine what sort of secret plan it was, but it must have been crazy enough to get her hurt that badly. Still though, we're still playing baseball thanks to you failing, right?
Yep. Maybe Mi-chan's last resort wasn't very baseball-like, I think.
We have no other recourse now, do we? It means that we need to settle the score front and center, in a manner befitting of the baseball game. That's right. We have to settle it like baseball. I think normal people would have given up and gone for a frontal attack. But as a member of our club, I wasn't about to accept that so easily. Like baseball? I don't know. If we look at it like a baseball game, then we can't be picky, can we?
It's our club's creed after all.
That's correct. We can't be picky. That's the virtue of our club. Oh! Rena and Satoko laughed to each other delightfully. It wasn't really a virtue we could brag about. But the best thing about our club was that we never rolled over and gave up.
But the cameras are all watching very closely, so it'll be hard to cheat.
Rika-chan spread her arms wide, indicating the array of reporters in the bleachers. She was right. with all those cameramen watching us through those cameras with giant telephoto lenses, foul play would be fairly tough. That's right. That's the bottleneck. Everyone's eyes are on us. We can't be too bold. Ow!
I never did think Mi-chan's ways were very ladylike, though.
Satoko and Rika-chan both nodded behind Rena. Then let's get down to business. Our team is down 1 run right now.
Plus, it's the bottom of the 9th, and we already have 2 outs.
If this old man's plan had gone better, we'd have our bases loaded right about now.
There's no point lamenting a failed plan. Our club never loses heart and always goes on to the next one.
Satoko said eagerly, trying to cheer up the downcast Mion, whose secret plan had failed. It may have failed, but Satoko still seemed to have another. Satoko, you seem pretty cheerful, which means you've got something up your sleeve, eh?
Keiichi-kun, who do you think she is? It's Satoko-chan, you know. Satoko Hojo-chan.
That was right. We called her Trap Master Satoko, didn't we? She would ensnare her opponent at the perfect moment, the very end. Everyone in our club knew that we could never, ever let our guards down against Satoko. I may have taught her, but she's grown up a lot and doesn't seem to want to stop. Sometimes even I'm astonished at how she overcomes such slim margins.
By the way, Mi bats next, and then Satoko.
We were losing by 1 point, so if we could get the next runner on a base, then the runner after that could hit a big one and end the match. And that final batter was Satoko?
See? You feel like we can win now, right?
I can't imagine what she's got set up, but it's gotta be some kind of trap for sure. If I were the opposing pitcher, I'd definitely walk her. There was no way Satoko was gonna hit a home run, even in my dreams. But if she was going to stand in the batter's box normally, without any kind of plan, I can't think of anything else she could do. And the fact that you called me here, I see. I think I know where this is going. It means that I was a necessary piece of Satoko's trap.
I'm excited. I wonder what Satoko will do. I can't wait to see Satoko's walk-off home run either.
Kei-chan is indispensable for this. Understand? This is our last chance at creating an upset. We absolutely cannot fail. Right. That much I know for sure. Just watch. Satoko and I will give all front row seats to the greatest turnaround victory of all time.
Then I'll explain your instructions, Keiichi-san. Lend me your ear for a moment.
Satoko and I huddled up in a hidden place and held a briefing that anyone watching could tell was suspicious. I wonder what Maebara-san and Hojo are talking about. I pray it's not some crazy trick like the one the president used. Our teammates, Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun, seemed very nervous. Rena gave them a wide smile, trying to dispel their anxiety.
It'll be okay, everyone. Satoko-chan and Keiichi-kun will be able to pull this off for us.
But, Ryugu-san, we're up against a Koshien pitcher. I don't know if Satoko's traps will be much good. Now, everyone, be silent and watch. You're gonna get to see an interesting game. Mion, who knew everything about to transpire, looked like she was having a hard time stifling the laughter bubbling up within her. She was so terrifying as the enemy, but so reliable as an ally. Mion waved her hands at the umpire. We've got a pinch hitter! Mion Sonozaki, am switching out with Keiichi Maebara. Are you sure he'll be alright? The umpire turned an uneasy gaze on the pinch hitter who had jumped in with a golf club.
Don't underestimate Keiichi-kun now.
The members of our club were the only ones grinning with wholehearted confidence. I want Keiichi to botch up the plan. I think that'd be funny. Satoko's plan. Plan? Like flan? I can read. Satoko's plan was definitely simple, but scrupulous. It even looked like the entire situation had gone according to her calculations. The fact that we were losing by 1 point. The fact that I had come late. The fact that Satoko was the last batter. It even felt kind of like this had been set up before the game started. There had been a long time out since I got here, and during that time, the opposing pitcher, Kameda-kun, took a bathroom break. Even that felt calculated. No, this is Satoko we're talking about. So maybe she gave him a laxative somehow, calculated to get him to use the bathroom at this exact moment. And while he was a long way off, shut up in the bathroom, our plan would begin. The opposing pitcher, Kameda-kun. There he was. In front of the urinal, pleasantly taking care of business. He thought it was only natural he would win at a grass lot game like this, and relaxed enough to relieve himself without a care in the world. Maybe that's how he wanted to appear. However, his relaxed state was itself our chance. Right now, you've already conceded to our club. I, too, casually walked into the bathroom. There were 3 urinals. Kameda-kun was doing his business at the furthest one. I went to the one next to him. Normally, you would leave one urinal open. Kameda-kun seemed to notice me. I had stood right next to him after all. What? Look who it is. The big pinch hitter. He recalled seeing me swing the golf club around like an idiot, and he couldn't seem to resist the urge to laugh. I, however, wasn't frustrated in the slightest. The match had already been won the moment I arrived. Fear-mongering while they pee. It's true. It's so bad, but it's true. The game had been decided as a big upset for our team. So now, all I had to do was push things along exactly how Satoko planned. I'm the one who should be laughing.
I wonder if Keiichi-kun could do it. He'll be fine. When Keiichi-san is serious, he could do this much before breakfast.
Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun, our underclassmen, asked another question with much trepidation. Is Mayabara-san really going to be able to beat that pitcher?
You don't feel any confidence in Keiichi-chan after being in the same class with him?
Someday he could be strong enough to control all of humanity. What the?
And you join Keiichi-chan, and you could easily rule the world. The world?
Our teammates exchanged glances. Did Mayabara-senpai really have such incredible strength? Just what kind of strength could that be? My question caused Kameda-kun to stare in bewilderment, and for a moment, he didn't know what to say. Sorry, I don't think I heard you right. Could you say that again? I smiled thinly, looked straight ahead, and said it once more, clearly. I'll say it one more time. Let us win. Right to the point. No threats or beating around the bush or anything. Kameda's brain couldn't figure out the meaning of what I had said, and I could clearly tell he was confused. What are you? Some kind of moron? Let you win? Are you insane? I've relayed our demands. What's your reply? Yes or no? It goes without saying. Like hell I'd let you win. Is your brain broken? Kameda didn't hide his bewilderment. He didn't want to be around someone who would babble on like this for another second. Those thoughts spilled into his expression, and he quickly moved to leave the bathroom. Kameda-kun, what does victory mean for you? That's a dumb question. Priceless. Absolute supremacy. Nothing else can change it. He grinned lightly as he answered, as if to make fun of me. How like a sportsman to say that. Victory decides all. No one can change that. Of course not. No matter what kind of threats or bribes you come to me with, there's nothing valuable enough to make me abandon victory. I was waiting for those words. I, after spinning around 3.5 times, pointed right at Kameda's face. Then, don't you think you should ask? Something worth abandoning your precious victory for? What kind of compensation you could be given? What are you saying, stupid? There's nothing that could make me do that. Hoo. He was denying it, but he stopped. He was waiting. He was waiting for me to present some attractive conditions. In a magazine interview, you said that your favorite foods are grilled meat and that you don't like sweets. But you lied about that, didn't you? What? For example, let's say you went to a grilled meat buffet. What exactly would be on your plate? Pork loin? Korean barbecue? A pile of beef tongue? That wouldn't be it. You wouldn't bring meat with you. It would be all the pudding and gelatin and cake you could eat. The kinds a girl would love. Pretty, cute, and sweet. You love Western treats like that, don't you? Kameda's face turned utterly pale. What is he on about? I don't know. Where is this going? Is he gonna blackmail him? Be like, if you don't let us win, I'm gonna tell all the reporters that you like sweets. Like, excuse me? Our club already knew that he ate a mountain of desserts when he went to the grilled meat buffet. And we were well aware of his embarrassment at his weakness for sweets despite his age. Kameda-kun couldn't possibly have known that the particular grilled meat buffet chain in Shishibone was owned by a member of the Sonozaki family. I'll have to be careful when I go out to eat with my parents from now on. No! I love the hearty bone-in... Nope. What you like is gentle, soft, cute piles of desserts, topped with colorful creams. It almost makes you think of a girl, adorned in frills and ribbons, pure, ignorant of shame. Cute desserts like those girls, so clear and clean. And who doesn't? Don't shame him, true. What's wrong with liking sweets, man? And with your acne-laden face, your sports cut, and your lust in full display, you sully them. Crunch, crunch, munch, munch. Ah, shut up! That's right. You eat desserts, but you don't love them. You just dirty them, violate them, and chew them. Man's acting like you're not supposed to chew desserts. What the? And he's drawing the wildest conclusions. Liking dessert doesn't equal liking girls, Nani. It doesn't mean you are a girl either. Like, come on, anyone can eat sweets. All you do is relish in the enjoyment of soiling them. Gah! Please, no more. My secret pleasure has been found out. I can't go on living. I have to die. What the? You idiot! Don't end your life so easily. Kerslam! I hit him on the side of his head as hard as I could. Kameda-kun fell down like a girl. His eyes started watering, and he broke down. I'm probably the only one in the world who thinks those things while eating desserts. I'm nothing but a pervert, pretending to be a proper sportsman. What a mood, OMG. Bro, these guys, there's something wrong with this guy. It's not the fact that he likes sweets, but this man is sus. That's right. You're a pervert. Yeah! This time, I didn't hit him. Instead, I clapped my hands down onto his shoulders. Do not cry, Kameda. What is wrong with a man being a pervert? Alright then. Dun dun! Huh? Sir? I know, same. A man ought to be a pervert, but admitting it sets a man apart from those below him. You've been honest to yourself. You can brag about that. You could be arrogant about it. You could be proud of yourself. Instead of blaming him, I told him to have pride in himself. And Kameda-kun couldn't hide his confusion. 2003 writing, oh my gosh. Yes, I have no words. Yes, I have been deeply moved by what you've shown me. Desserts are nothing but sweet foods eaten after meals. That is what I thought this whole time. But I was mistaken. And you showed me that. Thanks to you, I can... Starting tomorrow, I will be able to enjoy my desserts in a completely different way. For example, strawberry shortcake. Strawberry shortcake. Oh. Kameda's throat cried out. The simplicity of strawberry shortcake. Indeed, it's somehow old-fashioned, like the Orthodox maids from the gaudy times of the late 1800s. Not those flirty maids with the short skirts we have now. An Orthodox, fully dressed, authentic maid. It's just strawberries. But please, Master, I could not prepare any more than this, so please give them a taste. That kind of honesty is unbelievably great. I thought they said Angel Mort food was kind of mid, though. They did. They just said that the uniforms were good, so now he's contradicting himself. Master, I know. I think Keiichi's pretending to be a maid right now. Please give them a taste. It's such a turn-on. A turn-on. Because there are only strawberries, the soft accented cream decoration ends up looking like frills, laces, and embroidery. And she takes it and splits it with a fork for her master. An elegant aristocrat. No, it would be wilder if she took it and sucked on it vulgarly, like her bad master in his greasy sweat. No, more than that. Oh, the dent in the strawberry after plucking it. Isn't that even better? I am perturbed. Same. I don't know what I'm reading right now. And you let your tongue crawl over it. What kind of taste must that be? Don't lewd shortcake, man, bruh. I know I'll never be able to eat shortcake after this. The dent. After you pick the strawberry. I can't hold it in anymore. I'll go to Angel Mort on the way home and just gaze at the shortcake until I'm sated. The girls, dressed up beautifully, just for me. I draw ever closer to the trembling maidens, and then one by one, I show them. For every one I eat, I hold my jaw tight, just like this, and appraise the goods, wondering who to go for next. I'm screaming, me too. Help me. Please translate girls as cake, alright? Keiichi-kun seems to be talking about cake combination platters. Emphasis mine. What? Who's talking? As if cherishing each one. I hold my jaw tight like this and hope. Has there ever been a man such as this who could speak so passionately about a single piece of strawberry shortcake? Send Keiichi to horny jail, I'm fear. We need a bonk. We need a bonk Keiichi. And this guy too. Both of them. No, there has not. There has never been, I say. Such passionate feelings are trying to melt away the stubbornness in Kameda's mind. Kameda. I'll say it one more time. Let us win. But that would... Then fine. I won't rely on you. I rejected Kameda outright and turned on my heel. Enough. We've lost this game. It's over. I don't care about it anymore. Instead, once this game is over, why don't I head down to Angel Mort and get all you can eat of those lovely young ladies decorated like Western dolls in frills and ribbons. Tonight will be the greatest feast I have ever known. What even was his bargain? All he did was sexualize cake? He didn't have a bargain, that's the thing. He was just like, hey, guess what? I know you like sweets, and then went on his little rant. And now he's like, hey, let us win, eyes emoji. I don't understand. What is going on? All you can eat. Thud. Despite this being the bathroom, Kameda-kun put both his hands on the floor. I was wrong! What's wrong, Kameda-kun? If you have something to say, then say it. This is the first time I've met someone like you. Until now, I've always thought something was wrong with me. And I had to have fun secretly. Kameda-kun is getting ratioed over nothing. He's letting this happen to himself. What are you waiting for, you tiny man? I already said, admitting your perversion is what separates the boys from the men. You are a man entitled to pride. Now, reach out your hand and show me how great you really are. Come with me and accept that it is our world. Clap. Kameda-kun was crying tears of gratitude, unable to speak. That was the moment we exchanged the most zealous handshake the world has ever known. The handshake of the bond of our souls, ardent and intense, tight and steadfast. For a long time, we remained that way. This is so cursed. It is. I don't know what's going on, but I know it's not good. It was an enthusiastic handshake, as though we were two brothers separated at birth, embracing each other tightly as though it would give us back the time we had spent apart. That was the moment the man who would pass into legend for eating so much during Angel Mort's all-you-can-eat dessert day that he was banned from the restaurant forevermore, was born. He would eventually write in his autobiography that our meeting this day was fate. But none of that has anything to do with this. What the heck? Then, until later. For now, just play the game the way I described it. With just that, I turned on my heel and made to leave the bathroom. But then, Kameda-kun stopped me. Wait. At least, tell me your name. He just ruined a man's career. He turned him from a professional baseball player into someone who gets kicked out of cafes for eating too much. Who, me? My name is Keiichi Maebara. No. I kind of didn't feel like using my real name. Anyway, maybe I should lie to him and use a code name. Just call me... K. Cringe! K. Wait, was that actually an embarrassing name? I left the bathroom behind me at a quick pace, hiding my embarrassment. But from what I heard later, I apparently looked quite gallant coming out like that.
Satoko to Keiichi-san, how did things go?
Keiichi to Satoko, negotiations successful. We settled on he and I getting all-you-can-eat dessert at Angel Mort. What a loser. Both of them. Both of them are losers. Mion, no problem, right? 2 guests for Angel Mort's all-you-can-eat dessert. Roger that. I'll set it up.
I'm actually quite interested in how you negotiated with him. They had a really fun talk about how delicious dessert is probably how...
Rena knows. After that, the game started again. I entered the batter's box as the pinch hitter in place of Mion. But all of the pieces were already in place. The straight pitch whipped by me like a bullet, true to its name. The camera people raised their voices in wonder and clicked their shutters. A sharp pitch as always. He's really going places this summer, isn't he? That golf club pinch hitter is standing straight up too, hee hee. But doesn't Kameda-kun look a little strange? It's like he's got a cold sweat. I patted my shoulders with my bat, then sneered at him in a relaxed voice. What's wrong, Kameda-kun? Not feeling well today? That's what he looks like! Bro, I expected him to look more like an adult because they were like, oh yeah, he's so much older, but oh my gosh. What is his forehead? I couldn't swing at the ball because I was too busy laughing at it. Was that all you got? He got a 5 head, he does. Vegeta hairline, true. Oh my gosh, I cannot take this man seriously. I mean, I already couldn't, but this just made it worse. Grr, you little... Vroom. The next pitch. With the same incredible speed as before. It curved sharply and should have thrown off the batter's skill. But Keiichi didn't move at all. He just watched coolly. You don't need any little tricks on a straight pitch, Kameda-kun. Do people fall for those curves a lot? Batters around here, that is. Both the reporters and all the people watching noticed something was strange here. Was Oshima Kameda, the pitcher who conquered Koshien, losing the mental battle? The next straight pitch had incredible speed again, but it went a little wild. It was a ball. I snorted, not even bothering to get ready for it. What, Kameda-kun? Scared of going right down the middle? Everyone calls you the best. You'd never walk the batter. Shoot. Murmur, murmur, murmur. The abnormal, unexpected situation spread confusion throughout the reporters. What is he? Who is this Keiichi Maebara? How could he be so relaxed when faced with that supreme fastball? He's just bluffing. He knows he can't win. Kameda would never throw a ball that an insincere guy like that could hit. No, I don't think it's a bluff. They say that at a high level, you can see right through others. Also, the fact they had that convo while in the bathroom, bruh. True. I mean, they belong in the bathroom. They shouldn't go anywhere else, but like, yeah, no. Imagine if someone was like in one of the stalls and they heard the whole thing. Kameda is, without a doubt, one of the best. Which must mean he can see through to that mysterious man's true value. I would scream. True. I don't think I could listen to that conversation without making some kind of noise. A really business person looking guy took off his sunglasses and gazed upon Keiichi. Is this... Could it be? The idiot pinch hitter who came in cheering them on with a golf club was actually a genius? I'm sure baseball has long since lost its charm for him, and now he's trying to switch over to golf. A genius slugger, making a transfer into the golf world. What a tremendous loss for baseball! Stop the presses! We're changing up our sports columns. Vroom! Ball! Now it's a full count! Murmur, murmur, murmur. This excessive production was, of course, all being dramatized by Satoko. The big shots constantly had their eyes on Kameda-kun. If he were to lose easily, they knew the match would have to have been fixed. Perhaps she wanted this little play of ours to create a mood where it wouldn't be strange for Kameda-kun to lose, but... Satoko, isn't this going too far?
Oh, do your best now, Keiichi-san. Today, this game. Tomorrow, all of baseball.
I don't want any scouts actually coming for me. I'm terrified of what would happen when the jig is up. Wait, I can't be making nervous faces right now. Ball! Base on balls! Have you gotten scared, Kameda-kun? I thought you were better than this. Kameda-kun hung his head in feigned dejection. Kei-san, I did all of this according to plan, right? Yeah. Well done, Kameda-kun. Keep going like this for the next batter. Let's wrap this thing up, and then... We'll go get all we can eat. Grin. Kameda-kun and I exchanged evil smiles. For some reason, there were a lot of camera flashes right then. It seemed like our dear journalist friends took it as two worthy rivals smiling to acknowledge each other's strength. As I trotted over to first base, the camera flashes continued almost to the point where they were annoying. When I got to first base, one of the reporters came over for an interview. Maebara-kun, do you plan on settling the score with Kameda-kun and Koshien? Ugh. Things seemed like they were about to get too big for me. Maybe I should just be honest and confess that I'm not really into baseball. Koshien? I've never been interested in Japanese baseball. Sorry. Whoa! This man, right from the start, he was aiming for the world. He might become Japan's first ever big leaguer. What? The conversation was getting fantastically out of hand. Oh, I don't care anymore. I'll strike a guts pose for the cameras in desperation. Yes! Kei-chan got on base just as planned.
Next, Satoko-chan is at bat. What will she do? What will she do? All right, then. Time to get that walk-off home run and win it all.
Satoko stepped up to the plate, waving the bat around. The reporters couldn't hold back their laughter. Maybe because they had just seen his battle with me. Maebara-kun finally got on base. But now it's all over. I see. So this is why Kameda-kun intentionally walked him. He didn't even fight it. He waited for an easier opponent for the final out. But to avoid a direct confrontation like that, we cannot make light of him. That Keiichi Maebara.
All right. Come on now, Kameda-san.
Ew, what is that face? You making fun of me? Who do you think I am, anyway? No. Maebara-san was one thing, but you think I'll lose to the likes of you? The fact he even got a sprite? I know. It's kind of crazy. Maybe he dies later. Whenever this girl stepped up to bat, she had swung wildly and missed, striking out every time. This might sound rude, but however much Kameda-kun holds back, I don't think she'll be able to hit a home run. OMG. I mean, if they give him a sprite, might as well, right? I could hear the reporters declaring that there was no way a comeback would happen. Wait, what? Satoko. She swung wildly and missed every single time she stepped up to bat? Vroom. She swung after the sound had ended, completely mistiming it. I could hear disappointed voices coming from those rooting for Hinamizawa. It's only natural. Every single batter has struck out. Even if worst came to worst, no one would get a hit. And that's why it didn't sound strange when Kameda-kun said this. I can't take it seriously with someone like you. I'll give you a chance. I'll throw the next one slow and underhanded. I'll let you get a hit or two so you can go home and brag to mommy. Of course, these lines were all part of the plot too. From out of the corner of his eye, Kameda-kun gave me a look. Was that all right? Yeah. You did great. It looked very natural. Kameda, you're a splendid actor. No. Compared to Kei-san, I am nothing. Even that exchange was seen as heated and enthusiastic by the reporters. But Kei-san, however slowly I pitch, can this girl really hit it? Don't worry and throw the ball like we planned. I think I've got a good idea of how this'll turn out. Our exchange over, Kameda-kun moved from set position into a pitching stance. Why does she have a thing in her mouth? She thinks she's good at this. Oh my goodness.
Come then, throw your merciful pitch. I'll hit a huge home run off of it.
She's a gamer? Apparently so. She had struck out every time she was at bat. When I heard that, my vague ideas became firm beliefs. And out of Kameda-kun's hand comes a slow, lazy pitch, as though they were playing catch. Normal people would probably be able to hit it, but for Satoko, who had been striking out the whole time, just when people started to think that way, the members of our club had already realized that Satoko's trap had begun. Oh, maybe she's actually good at baseball because Satoshi was playing, and she was just pretending. It was true. Striking out constantly today had all been laying the groundwork for this moment. An act. All to make it feel like Kameda-kun letting off the gas wasn't strange at all. Which meant, in other words, that Satoko... Crack! The Kameda sprite at the bottom left, I cannot. Whoa! She got it! Look at it go!
I don't even need to run, do I? Oh!
The super huge home run Satoko hit disappeared over the roof of the school. The reporters lost their words at the sight. And then, roars of applause. Despite this being what we'd anticipated, I can't help but stare in mute amazement at the gorgeous home run. Satoko strutted over to first base.
Come on, what are you doing, Keiichi-san? Second base is that way.
Satoko, you're really good at baseball. Satoko grinned, showing her fang-like canines in reply. Come to think of it, she played baseball a lot with Tomita-kun and the others during lunch, didn't she? The fact that they always invited her to play meant she was by no means bad at it. And you purposefully struck out all those times? Since before Kameda-kun even got here? Jeez, you really got something for every occasion.
I say this all the time, do I not? I only have one trap, and when everything is about to come to a conclusion, it's enough that I don't even have to worry. Ho ho ho.
Dang it, that sounded kinda cool. Basically, she was just bragging about hitting the ball. But when Satoko did it, it looked so cool. We crossed home plate in order, me and then Satoko, and completed our walk-off home run. Our teammates welcomed us back with their blessings. Maebara-san, that was amazing! Totally cool! I never thought it would happen! Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun praised me. How about that, Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun? I turned things around just fine.
Reina thinks you were cool too. Good work.
Oh my gosh. Ha! It was nothing. I briskly clapped my hand against Rena's outstretched palm. Satoko did brilliantly too. She gave us a spectacular ending.
do you think I am? Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Man, I can't underestimate her. Satoko Hojo. Keiichi was great too, winning Kameda over like that.
He's a magician of words.
Rika-chan, I don't think that's a compliment.
But really, only Keiichi-san could have pulled off such a drastic move. I wouldn't have been able to do it myself. I would very much like you to teach me sometime.
If Satoko learned such displays of power, that's terrifying to even imagine. I'd prefer it if you didn't mimic me. After declaring the match over, the umpire came to us. Well, I never. You actually won. I'm shocked. We said Satoko could hit it, didn't we? You didn't believe us at all. The umpire scratched his head apologetically and apologized to Satoko, smiling dryly.
And Keiichi-kun was amazing too, wasn't he? Keiichi-kun is actually the most reliable person here.
Well, when I saw him come in with that golf club, I certainly had my doubts, but that breathtaking battle against Kameda-kun had me on the edge of my seat. Right, that breathtaking farce. I quirked a wry smile. Not even the Buddha would have realized that while everyone thought this was a fair match, Kameda-kun and I were thinking about our evil dessert-violating ways. Excuse me, coach. You remember your promise, do you not? Yeah, this is... I guess I have no choice.
We did it! We did it! Keiichi-kun, this means we're having a barbecue meetup tomorrow.
Rena clapped her hands, and we all began to dance with joy. Tomita-kun and our other teammates were jumping up and down too. What's that about? A barbecue meetup? Hey, wait. What on earth are you talking about?
Oh, ho, 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 ho. We made a promise that if we won today's game, he'd treat us to a barbecue party with all kinds of high-class meats. It wasn't looking good for a while when Kameda-kun appeared, but thanks to Keiichi-san, we've won that privilege.
I see. So that's what this was about. It was certainly not a game we could have lost.
Idia's big wallet will be so sad. So sad.
You're right about that, but I did make a promise. When we eat, we do it without any mercy. We need to feed our growing bodies after all. All right, everyone. Tomorrow we dine like kings. Yeah! All of the members of the Hinamizawa fighters raised their fists high in the air and cheered. Rika-chan was petting the head of the umpire, who was smiling painfully at the off-kilter remarks. He gave her his head, and looked like he was about to cry. It looked like the price of victory would be pretty big. You beat me, but I have no choice since I promised. Guess I should go shopping for some meat. Coach, get some grade A beef like you promised. We won't forgive you if you buy nothing but vegetables to keep it cheap. Boo-hoo. The umpire, whom they were calling Coach, grinned dryly, crestfallen. Umpire? Coach? The uniform he was wearing had Hinamizawa Fighters written on it. Oh, so he's not just the umpire. He was actually our team's coach. Maibara-kun, is that alright? Can I call you that? Huh? Yeah. This comeback wouldn't have happened were it not for you getting on base. Please, come to tomorrow's barbecue. No, besides that, would you please consider joining the team? If you were with us, we could dominate the whole prefecture.
Coach, let's leave that aside for now. You should be more worried about your wallet. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Despite the coach being an adult, everyone seemed to get along very well with him. Coach, huh? Pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm Irie, coach of the Hinamizawa Fighters. He extended his hand to me. I firmly grasped it with my own in reply. I'm Mayabara. Nice to meet you. Then the coach took his other hand and began to stroke mine softly. Sus? What smooth hands you have. Such a narrow grain, and you truly take good care of them. Silky smooth. Huh? Hey, wait! I must strictly instruct our maids to take good care of their skin as well, and punish the bad ones who don't. Maids? What are you talking about? Why is everyone in this game creepy? True. I feel like it's kind of the point in a way, but like it's horrifying in a way that I wasn't expecting. Such velvety hands. I just want to put them to work. The coach's eyes were spellbound, and as his delusions floated through his very own original magic universe, he made a supremely satisfied smile. How do I put this? Who the hell is this guy? You look so flustered.
Our coach is a little strange, but he's really funny, you know?
I felt like you couldn't measure him by saying strange or funny. I really didn't think we'd get along. Snap! The other self in my mind made a witty retort for some reason.
Come on, settle down already. You're making Keiichi-san uncomfortable.
Silky smooth. The coach didn't try to take his hands off mine until Satoko hit him with a 3-fold wash bucket attack, causing him to faint. 3-fold wash bucket? Like she hit him with a bucket? Huh? Fascinating. That's the end of the chapter. Alright. What a horrid chapter. There's a part of me that's like, I hope that was important to the plot, but another part of me that's like, please don't be, because it was so disturbing. It was a peaceful lunch break. Thud, clatter, splash! What was that?
I just heard something really loud from the hallway. What was it?
We rushed into the hallway, and to our surprise, Coach was there with a water bucket overturned on his head. Coach, are you okay? Man, you sure got me. Hello, everyone. Coach greets us, cool and calm. What's going on, Coach? You don't come to school very much. Well, I do come here once a week as part of my job. He looks like a pineapple. Actually, though, he does. It's true. It had been quiet here for a while, but I totally let my guard down.
Satoko-chan's little tricks always come when you least expect them. Will you be okay in those clothes?
Oh, I'm fine. I was just thinking of taking a nice bath, so this is actually cooling me off. You sure are calm, Coach. In fact, you never get mad. It really makes you come off as an adult. She was right. If I were Coach, I would have started running around with a bucket still on my head looking for her. His adult way of not getting mad at every little child's prank was admirable. Listen, Mayabara-san, with things like this, changing your perspective just a little can make it either irritating or pleasant. It's all about how you react to it. If there's some secret trick to staying so calm after getting hit in the head with a bucket filled with water, then I'm begging you, please tell me. For example, let's say there was this old and traditional family, dating back to the Meiji era. Okay. And let's say they had many maids under their employ. Being a large house, of course, they had all kinds of maids, from the veteran ones who turn mean and don't want to give up their jobs, to the young ones who are full of energy. See? Can you imagine that? Yes. Ayo! Yes. A space filled with dreamy maids in pink and peach, adorned with frills and headbands, with Coach at their center, began to spread out before me. The newer maids, with all their youthful vitality, giving everything they have to please their master. But the older maids won't allow that to happen. They find fault with everything they do, bullying them and tormenting them all day long. Look, there's still so much dust here. Oh, I'm so sorry. These men need to seek professional help. They really do. They need a lot of it. Do it over. Splash! A bucket falls upside down on the maid. She's soaking wet, and she wants to cry, but still puts on a brave face. Ha! Ha! Maids! Oh, Kitten Paws, hello! Welcome, welcome! Rawr! How are you doing? I'm sorry you had to walk in at such an awkward moment. Hi! Don't mind this guy, he's really weird.
I don't get it, but it sounds like fun. Maybe Rana should be a maid too.
Ah, geez, stop! You've even infected Rana! And you, Keiichi, don't go getting lost forever in Coach's world.
If not for this character trait, Coach would be a good person too.
Is there ever a normal moment with streamers? You have a fair point there. That is true. One Satoko Hojo-san sighted. I say, Satoko-san, what is this? I say, look at all this dust. I say, it's time for you to be punished.
What? Nya, nya, nya.
Why is she meowing? Why is she meowing? Coach plucked Satoko up and started giving her a spanking. Oh, alright then. Am I a cat or a bat? I'm a doodle monster, but technically a cat. I do have wings though. They're just not on right now.
Satoko-chan, you're so cute.
Satoko can put traps together with such brilliant predictions. It's so strange how she can't predict the very end though. What is wrong with the men in Higurashi? Everything. There is not a normal man in here, except maybe Tomitake. I think he's okay. But he's also dead like half the time anyway, so.
Is it? I think Satoko-chan wanted this to happen. She wanted it.
Satoko wanted this outcome? What do you mean by that? Cute monster deserves head pats? Aw, thank you. Here, wait, I think I can actually make that happen. Let me see. No, that's not it. Head pat, aha. There it is. Thank you for the head pat. He takes photos of Keiichi without consent, so who knows? That is true. That is very true. Yeah, there's no normal man in Higurashi. You're right. Adorable. Oh, thank you.
When she plays pranks on people like this, they always get mad and chase her around. Don't you think it's like a form of communication?
Sounds like a terrible way to communicate. Don't people normally say hello to each other?
Oh, Keiichi-kun, haven't you heard of it before? People who play lots of pranks are actually lonely and want people to pay attention to them.
I guess that, okay, that's true, but like negative attention, is it really worth it? Rena gave a cool smile and, laughing abruptly, explained.
That's what I mean. If Satoko-chan plays a trick on someone, she wants them to get mad, or laugh, and chase her. It's kind of like a kitty biting you softly. Don't you think it's cute? They will definitely be surprised right here and jump backwards, so if I put it in this spot, it'll work for certain.
Satoko, regaling us with her trap philosophy, was improving the already brutal trap hell on the mountain. If Rena was right and her traps are to get people to pay attention to her, then all of these traps on this mountain were basically a crystallized form of those feelings. Alone with Rika-chan, setting up trap after trap after trap in the mountains, always waiting for someone to fall into them. But nobody needed to come to this mountain in the first place. Without a doubt, she and Rika-chan had spent a lot of time imagining how victims caught in their traps would react. Satoko, separated for so long from her beloved Nini, Satoshi. With her stubbornness, she never once said that she wanted him to come home. But all the traps sleeping on the mountain told me how Satoko really felt.
Keiichi-san, are you listening?
Oh, sorry about that. What did you say? Ah yes, guerrilla warfare, exactly how I show I want attention. She definitely takes it a step further than necessary.
All you have to do is pound one nail into the tree trunk like this, and it's already a great trap. If you trip up right there and smack your forehead into it, it would really hurt.
I feel like that could potentially kill someone if you, fall on it wrong. But okay. A human hammer pushing a nail into your forehead? Yeah, that sounds painful. That's called murder, what? I mean, are we surprised? It's Higurashi.
If it was someone really, really evil, this trap could put them to death. I do so look forward to seeing what sort of villain gets caught by it.
Okay, how much do you want to bet that one of the main people are gonna, fall for this trap? This feels like foreshadowing. Why do you keep glancing at me like that? Are you saying you want me to fall for it? I could get really badly hurt, you know? Maybe you shouldn't be using this trap.
Is that so? Well, it is true that I can't use traps without love behind them. Then I'll just move the nail here, so that if the villain really reforms their behavior, they won't get caught by it.
Satoko immersed herself in adjusting the nail's position. Traps of love, huh? Maybe Coach was right. Just by reacting a little differently, everything changes. Come to think of it, maybe you can feel humor and warmth even when Satoko's traps get you.
All finished. Now it's absolutely perfect where it is. What do you think, Keiichi-san?
Yeah. It's perfect. Also, we've had two characters getting buckets stuck on their heads. First Rena, then Idiot. That's true. Buckets are apparently the world's most, dangerous weapon or something. I hope a villain comes along and gets caught by this trap.
No, of course, it would be better if that didn't happen.
It looked a little painful, but I considered her coming here sometime and getting caught in it. Well, okay then. What a fascinating chapter. Alright, I think we'll stop here for today. What a chapter, I know, right? But yeah, gonna let my voice get some rest. See if my allergies will go away. Thank you guys so much for coming. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!